everyone, Lisa Ann with Lisa Ann Tarot. We have a full energy check-in today for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine, where the connection is at currently. So this is a channeled reading for those of you in the collective that are currently in separation with little to no communication. So we have the theme, we have the overall energies, we have what shadow work currently is should be being done, what the purpose of this separation is, what spirit wants you to know, what the current energies are bringing and what possible future energies are bringing. We have head, heart, and environment for both counterparts, and then some guidance cards at the end. So let's get started. So the first set of cards we'll do is for the masculine here. All right, so his overall theme right now is it's time to release negativity. So his healing and the work that he's doing right now is all based on releasing negativity, letting go of resentments and old wounds, and just negative energy that's been kind of blocking him up and preventing him from moving forward. His current energies right now, we have all tied up and caring connections. So what those two cards mean right now are obviously the all tied up card is indicating a lack of motion or a sense of personal freedom. So he might be feeling sort of bound by his situation and things in his life right now. Some choices that he's made has him severely stuck. He may be dealing with some major drama going on around him, sort of preventing him from moving forward or coming forward. There's something blocking his way. So right now, he's being, he's in this period of separation, sort of working on himself, releasing this negativity and releasing this all tied up energy. And then the caring connections card for him, just sort of brings forward the possibility of looking for new connections, relationships, and things that, are sort of there but are being blocked, because of this negativity, because of this all tied up feeling. It's blocking him from this new love, from this caring connection. So in his overall energy, he does have this connection in his overall energy, but he feels tied up from it. He feels blocked off from the connection. The shadow work that he's currently taking care of is calling the storm. So what this has to do with again is a time to find and release his power. He's kind of has to go within and find the empowerment that he has in it's kind of like a spring being pulled back. It's being held back, but it's building up all this energy in order to be flung forward. The power that he has to dig deep to find that is being suppressed is about empowerment. He has to empower himself. He's been given his power away to other forces, to this resentment, to this, these negative feelings. So the work that he needs to do is kind of going within and finding that internal power, believing in himself again. finding the ability to cope and to endure and to overcome challenges. You know, he might feel helpless at this point because he feels all tied up and really bound. But, you know, finding that inner strength and that inner power, you know, through facing some of, you know, this darkness is going to help him to propel forward. So that's the masculine right now. So let's take a look at the feminine. What's her overall theme? What is she currently doing? She's working through her fears. So she is working on herself right now as well. So she is sort of working through her fears, working through, you know, finding that, trusting her intuition, working through her, you know, being in separation and not knowing, you know, the not knowing, the letting go of the need to know the where and the why and the when. Really working through those fears of things, you know, not coming to fruition. We have Archangel Uriel coming forward for the feminines, working on her 7th chakra. So that's the crown chakra. This is the connection with source. This is, you know, finding your power and really believing in yourself and believing in a higher power and kind of letting go and let God, if you will. And the other card is community. So she is, you know, learning to surround herself with like-minded people and leaning on her friends and asking for help. You know, our feminine shows up a number of times as the Queen of Wands, which is a very independent kind of I'll do it myself type of energy. You know, with or without you, being very independent and very, you know, got to get things done, very much sort of tipping her scales into that masculine energy. So she's really learning how to kind of give over some of that power and allowing people to sort of help her through the troubling times that she could be facing. So the shadow work that she is currently having to do for herself is this gilded regret. Okay. So what this means is there's memories that she has lingering from her past. Things that she's holding on to. You know, kind of living too much in the past. Things that she feels that were lost or changes that she ran away from. She's having to face a lot of this stuff from her past and things that she kind of let slide before she can no longer let slide. So she's really facing those inner demons to sort of let go of the past, let go of things that she's done, you know, that she might feel regret for, or, you know, choices that she might have made in the past that, you know, might not have been the best choices. So that also comes along with forgiving yourself and forgiving, coming to a place of love for yourself. So the overall theme for the connection is emotions are running high. So this is a very, you know, with the current energies, you know, and the cosmos, I guess, this is bringing up a lot of emotion, a lot of agitated type feelings. Emotions are running high for the collective as a whole. So right now, the overall theme for this connection in both counterparts, they're really delving deep into their lessons and into their shadow work. And it's causing a lot of heightened emotions. So the overall energy for the connection right now, we have indecision and blossoming abundance. So the indecision card is sort of a card that indicates that they need to, this connection right now is sort of is out of alignment, and they're at a crossroads. So they both need to sort of make the choices and not be afraid to move forward, and come into alignment with each other. They need to do their own work as separate. That's why this separation is occurring, in order for them to come into alignment to move forward. The shadow work that they're kind of doing together is black flower fragrance. Okay, that's, let's see what that one says. So this is, it says, love is not a white dove, nor it turns people into angels. Love can be ugly, love can be cheap, love can be rotten. But even ugly love has the right to exist. Even cheap love can raise to the skies. Even if you are wrong, you still have the right to be angry. Even if you're not perfect, you have the right to be respected. So this is all about sort of finding balance and finding alignment between the two people. Coming into reality, really speaking their truth, not only to each other, but to themselves, and being truthful as to who they are and what they want going forward. And really opening up those lines of open and honest communication. So the purpose of the separation, currently, we have unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So there are a lot of sort of karmic lessons that are coming up, things that have been reoccurring for both the masculine and the feminine through different lifetimes. And it's kind of like you learn it this one time, or you have to repeat it. So they are really coming towards the end of their lessons. They are really delving deep into some of those really difficult ones that they may have been putting off, but they're really being forced to face these truths again. And then we have align your life. So again, it's about finding balance and coming into alignment. A lot of times, when you're coming into that final approach, when you're coming into that alignment, it's a lot like lining up a plane on a runway. And when you're coming in for that landing, sometimes it can be bumpy. And that's sort of where we're at now. We're kind of lining ourselves up and really starting to kind of take that dive into landing this union into the 3D. So now let's take a look at the masculine's energy. Where is he at in his headspace when he's thinking of this connection? So we have the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is about, bringing forth the truth, bringing forth his truth, speaking his truth. He's really coming into the realization in his mind exactly what this connection is to him and what it, what he feels about it, because it's clarified by the Lover. So this is a destined connection. He's learning that is becoming his truth. He's really starting to figure that out. He's thinking about kind of coming out of a rough patch. He wants to, sort of tie up all this shadow work and all this, getting rid of this negativity. He really wants to come out of this sort of bound up energy. And that's clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. So, this is his destiny. He knows that it's time to turn that wheel and move it forward. Because he knows that he wants this emotional bliss. And that's clarified by the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands, he wants to claim victory. He wants this emotional bliss. He wants to be able to fill this cup of love and to offer it to who? To the Queen of Wands. So He, in his headspace, he really has, this connection and his feminine on his mind, and how he wants to move this connection forward once he can kind of clear himself of this negativity. Let's do the feminine now. And the feminine in her headspace, where is she at when she thinks about this connection? Okay, so when she thinks about this connection in her headspace, she has the Magician. She wants to manifest this. She wants to manifest this this connection in, in the 3D. This is clarified by the High Priestess. So she's trusting her intuition. She's really, pulling out all the tricks and the tricks and the lessons and things that she's learned, and really applying that to securing this this union or this connection in the 3D. In her headspace, she is the Queen of Wands. So she knows that with or without him, she's going to be fine. She knows that she has to be responsible and do what she has to do in her life to keep her life moving forward. And the Queen of Wands is clarified here by the Hanged Man. So she has this, she knows that there's a pause. She knows that there's a kind of a hold up in the energy, rocky. And we have the Nine of Swords. So the she is, experiencing some anxiety, some stress over this hold up, over this, pause in the action. But she's still remaining in her Queen of Wands energy and really trying to move things forward and being responsible. The next card is the Page of Wands. So she's looking for this opportunity. She's looking for this message to come forward. And that's clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. So she knows she's putting in the work. She's putting in the work to manifest this opportunity to come forward. For her Two of Cups. So, she knows this is a destined connection. She knows that she wants to share her cup with the masculine, and he wants to share his cup with her, the Queen of Wands. So the Lover's card over here, the Two of Cups over here is clarified by who? The Queen of Wands, which is a dupe to him. So he's got his cup with the Queen of Wands. She's got the Two of Cups with the Queen of Wands. So they are mirroring each other. And then the Empress also came out. So she knows that she's the Empress. She knows that, she's in her power. And she... was trying to keep everything straight and learning her lessons and, to manifest, to bring this connection together. So in his heart space, the masculine right now, where is he at in his heart space when it comes to this connection? In his heart space, he wants to communicate. He wants to come forward with some sort of communication. And that's clarified by Temperance. So there is a pause right now. He has to be patient, and that communication is being held back, and that's divinely guided. This whole, the whole separation obviously is to make sure that they're both in alignment, make sure that they're both free of any limiting factors that are going to hold this connection back. So the divine is holding back this communication that in his heart he really wants to come forward with. He wants to claim victory. And this is the Six of Wands. Not only is a card of victory, but it's also a card of engagement. So he wants to sort of move this connection forward into a higher level of commitment. But this is clarified by the Five of Cups. So he's feeling a little, like he might have missed the boat on this victory because it is held up. He knows that, he probably should have communicated a little better in the past, and he might not have done that. So he's a little confused. We've got a little bit of confusion here over this, over this holdup in his heart right now and what to do. And that was clarified again by the Seven of Cups. So he's like doubly confused. He really isn't sure, what's going to happen. He's, kind of afraid that this holdup and the action that him holding back this communication with the feminine is he could lose the feminine. I clarified this a little further with the Six of Cups. So he's nostalgic. He knows that this is, this is a soul connection. He knows that this is, how they were in the past, and he wants to bring that forward, and that's further clarified by the Empress and the Emperor, which is a dupe to who she is in her headspace. But he knows that this is a divine couple. He knows that this is a significant connection. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. So he's trying to balance. He's trying to balance his life. He's trying to maintain balance with his head and his heart. And really, make the best choices. Because he wants to come forward with this solid offer. And where is the feminine in her heart space when she thinks about this connection? So in her heart space, she is the Empress, which is, she's also in her head space as the Empress, and she's showing up in his heart space as the Empress. And this is clarified, which means that she, in her heart space, she is in her power. She knows, what this connection is. She knows her place in this connection. She knows, that the universe has got her, in this. And this is clarified with the Lovers. So she knows that this is a destined connection. She knows that they're destined to be together, and the Four of Wands, and they will come together. So she's standing in her power and realizing this in her heart that they will be together. We have the Hanged Man in reverse. So the Hanged Man in reverse is sort of, there is a holdup in the action, but she is still collecting. Like the Pentacles here are representing her hopes and dreams. And, when the Hanged Man is this way, it looks like he's trying to draw those hopes and dreams back in. So she's holding on to hope. She's bringing back in all her hopes and dreams. She's not letting things go while things are sort of held up. And this is further clarified by the Fool card. So, she's waiting for this new beginning. We have also in her heart space the Death card. So there's transformation happening. What is transforming for her? She's gathering strength. She's gathering strength, and she's gone within. So she's transforming herself. She's really protecting her heart. She's going within her heart space right now, and really, doing some soul searching and really gaining that strength, mental strength that she's going to need, because the sun is going to shine. Things are going to be illuminated. What's going to be illuminated? This new opportunity, the Ace of Wands, that's going to come forward. But she has to have patience. The Temperance is here for her as well in her heart space, as the Temperance is in his heart space. So Temperance is also not only a card of patience, but it's also a card of healing. So this is the Twin Flame Angel that's coming in, helping them both to heal, some of this kind of crazy energy within their hearts. And this is further clarified by the Sun. So, this is helping to bring light, helping to illuminate the right things for her, and the Six of Swords to bring her out of this rough patch. So we have a little divine interventions coming into her heart space. Where is the Divine Masculine in his environment right now? What is he dealing with in his environment? So we have the Devil's energy. So he's bound right now. He's bound to some situation. And that's further clarified by the Devil. So he's really tied up. And it's also a card of suppressed feelings, suppressed emotions, And that's clarified by the Eight of Cups. So he knows that he needs to walk away from these things that have him bound. He has the Five of Wands, so he is, kind of defending. He is in sort of embattled within himself. This is like an inner battle, and this is clarified by the Three of Swords and Justice. So he wants to bring justice to this situation. He knows that there's been heartbreak. He knows that there's been some pain, and he's a little conflicted over that because he wants to bring justice to it, to this connection. He's building strength in his environment, so he's spending time, on his own, resting and kind of building strength so that he can come forward as the King of Swords with this open and honest communication. He wants to come forward and speak his truth in a very logical and very straightforward way. We have the Five of Swords. So this is the end of a conflict. There's some sort of conflict that's going on with him, which is clarified by the Strength card. So he's building strength because this battle is ending, and the Four of Wands ending for him to start to build his new foundation towards his union. We do have the Eight of Swords, so he is a little bit in his headspace. He is, has a little unnecessary worry, sort of, self-imposed prison over this connection, over, bringing this commitment forward into his environment. So he does have a little bit of a stressful situation going on in his physical space at this time. So where is the feminine at in her environment? I have it backwards. Here. Okay. So in her environment right now, she's gone within, she's in hermit mode. She's, kind of pulled herself away from a lot of people, sort of spending some time alone, sort of soul searching. And what does this have to do with? This has to do with judgment. This has to do with making sure that she's only has things around her and is living her life the way she's supposed to be. There, that everything within her life is in alignment. And then we have the Ten of Swords. So this is the ending of a very difficult cycle for her. So she's sort of gone within to be able to finish closing this cycle. We have the Ace of Pentacles. So, she's looking for this fresh start. She's looking for a new opportunity to come forward. And this is clarified by the Star. So this is some healing going on over this solid offer about this opportunity coming through. And this is divine intervention, making sure that she's, holding on to hope and dreams. And then we have the Nine of Cups. So this is wishes granted. So she knows that eventually, the things that she wished for, she will come to her. She is nostalgic, Six of Cups. She is nostalgic for, better times. She's nostalgic for this connection. This is the soulmate card. So she is in her environment. She is still kind of holding on to the memories of the past. But she's the Queen of Pentacles. She's still being very responsible and strong and, kind of got it all together. And I think she showed up as the Queen of Pentacles somewhere else too. I'm not sure. But also in her environment, she has the Ten of Swords again, the Ten of Wands, I'm sorry. So she's very burdened. And this is clarified by the Tower. So she's going through a Tower moment right now, that some certain things in her life are starting to crumble and kind of fall away. And she has to, this has to do with bringing about the Eight of Wands, better communication, and Six of Pentacles, the ability to evenly, it's a reciprocity, being able to, have an even give and take in her world right now. So that's their head, heart, and environment. So in the center here, what we have is what is this separation? What does Spirit want us to know about this separation? What is this separation about for this connection? So we have divine timing. So this is all about, holding up things in process until they are ready to come together. When it's time to come together, they will come together. It's about walking away from things that no longer serve them. If they choose not to walk away, things are actually, being forced. You're being forced onto your path. Things are being taken, that aren't within your alignment or in your vibration. So this is moving you closer to your authentic selves. Everything's going according to plan. So this is, this is divinely guided. This is, this pause is part of the plan. This is about manifesting. It's about manifesting, this connection and what is meant to be, what is destined to be. And it's about bringing about emotional bliss. So that's what this separation is for. Let's see what are the next? What is the next? I think this is the next. Yes. The next steps, like after this separation is over, what is the next phase? The next phase of this connection. We have the spring card. So the spring card could indicate a moment in time, which means this separation could last until the spring. But it also indicates sort of new beginnings and fresh starts, new growth coming forward out of this. We have full circle. So this is bringing the connection full circle back to that nostalgic time, back to those better times that both of them have been showing. This is about divine assistance. So this is divinely guided. This is all being orchestrated by, by the universe, by the divine. There will be a reignition of the flame between the two of them, and they will both be granted clarity with this connection. And then possible future energies for the connection as well. We have nostalgia. So, part of what's going to be brought about by this separation is they are going to remember the better times. It's going to bring some swift action, and it's going to come in fast once it's over, because this is destiny and destiny calls. It's about, bringing quality to the connection, so that it's not just a one-sided connection. It's bringing them what they seek. Maybe they're checking in on each other on social media or keeping an eye on each other, but they both are kind of keeping tabs on each other. And then we have words. So we do have communication coming in, towards the end of this separation. So we have some words of guidance from the romance angels. So, they are indicating that this is a period of separation. Time apart is necessary, obviously, in order for these two to finish their work and to really come into alignment. This could be the one. So obviously this is, this could be the one. This could be the one last time. This could be the one, obviously the person that you've met is the partner that you seek. So, keep that in mind as you're, in this separation, in this unsure time. We have the codependency card. So part of this separation and part of them learning their lessons of being whole within themselves is really releasing the codependency, because this connection is so magnetically attracted, and these two people hold a lot of passion for each other. The tendency for this connection to become very codependent is very high. So Spirit the divine wants to make sure that, you know, all of the wounds are healed, all of the things are in alignment, and they're whole within each other, so that they can give each other the space that they need when they do come together, and it doesn't become a codependent mess. And then we have attraction. You attract the romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So what this card says to me is that while you're in this period of separation, the last thing that you need to do is sit and worry and sit and obsess and sit and wait. The best thing for you to do is to enjoy your life, to raise your vibration and just enjoy being you and shine your light, because that's what attracts that person back to you. And what's meant to you will always come back. So, continue on your journey and continue to do what you need to do to live a fulfilling life, and they'll meet up with you down the path somewhere. So from the Gaia Oracle, we have sacred journey, life cycles, family, and transformation. So this is part of the life cycle. This is part of the transformation for this connection. This is all necessary in order to bring this journey full circle. We have eternal dance, movement, wheel of life, path of least resistance. So this is kind of like, the wheel of fortune. This is the wheel of destiny turning. This is putting you on the path of least resistance, pushing you towards your more authentic self and living the life you're intended to live. And this is eternal love. So this is happiness, harmony, and fulfillment. That's what this is all about. That's what this work is all about, is bringing about this eternal love. So anything that's worth that much, that's anything that's going to last through eternity, is going to take a lot of hard work, and it's going to take a lot of time to put that together. So you really have to be patient and just trust the journey and trust the universe that everything is working out as it should. So we can take a look at some of the bottom of the decks. We have Moonlight Goddess, repressed emotions, healing, and reflection. So the overall theme for this is about healing, is about kind of bringing yourself back to center, releasing those repressed emotions, releasing the things that are holding you back. We have very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So that indicates that, it's possible that this separation could be ending very soon. Bottom of the deck for the clarifiers for the feminine, we have Ace of Cups. So the theme for her, part of her theme is about self-love and coming back to really, being her authentic self. Bottom of the deck for her cards, head, heart, and environment, we have Two of Pentacles. So this is about balance. It's about balancing out the energies in her life. Bottom of the deck for the connective energies, we have Victory. So obviously this separation is going to produce good results. And then we have the answer is yes. So yes, the separation is necessary, and yes, it will be a success. And the things that we are saying that it's doing is going to be done. For the masculine, his clarifiers, bottom of the deck, is Death. So it is about transformation. So he is also transforming himself, as well as, I think that the Death card came up for the feminine as well. And for his head, heart, and environment, the bottom of the deck is the Six of Pentacles. So part of his overall theme as well for him is about getting him into a place where he can reciprocate, where he can evenly enjoy this connection, with his feminine. And we have bottom of the deck for the themes, we have the end of a rough cycle approaches. So That's another indicator that this could be wrapping up soon. And then we have bottom of the deck for the overall energy is the contract. So it is about this soul contract. It is about fulfilling the contract and, you know, making sure that all of the lessons that are in the contract are learned and both counterparts are in alignment with each other. So I hope that that all resonates. If you'd like to book a personal reading, I am available for that. You can go to lisaanntarot.com and check out my services. And you can book right through there. If you have any questions, you can email me at lisaannhealing1111@gmail.com. And I thank you for watching.